Here's a question for any of you longtime fans out there. Just, uh, you know, just, just what is true and what is not true? Let me explain. You see, apparently, I read a source somewhere. Somebody had told me this. Now, I'm not sure if it's true or not. But apparently, part of the agreement between Archie Comics and Ken Penders, part of their settlement, I guess you could say, according to this one person, is that the Mobius years later storyline becomes canon, or is canon. So in other words, basically what everybody didn't want to happen has happened. Pretty much what people didn't want to think of happening has indeed happened. In other words, a continuity within the continuity, whether it's new, softly rebooted, or softly retconned, or whatever, that continuity, that future continuity, is obviously now canon. But is it? You see, I tend to kind of be a little weary about that. I mean, you pretty much have fans that, have come out and legitimately said, some fans and even some of the people that have worked on the comic, even Ian Flynn, have come out and legitimately said that it is not continuity. It's more like an alternative timeline. But here's the question. What if it is indeed true? What if Mobius years later, the future continuity of the current continuity, what if it is true? What if we do finally see a lot of what's happened in that future continuity happening now, or going to be happening in that time, and it's all true? I know some of you listening to this might call BS on it, and you might be right. Maybe somebody's just trolling people, and maybe somebody just trolled this person that told me. I don't know. Or maybe somebody trolled with the source that this person got the information from. Whatever the case, we do need to find out the truth. I mean, the thing is, I understand sometimes settlements and agreements between two sides, outside or inside of court or outside of court, have to be kept private, and I get that. I really do, but to me, I look at it this way. If it is indeed private, if it is indeed secret, then how does somebody get information about it? Unless something leaked and we don't know. But even if that is the case, let's take a look at the possible scenarios. Let's say indeed Mobius years later has officially become canon as part of this agreement, as part of this settlement. Let's face it, whether you're a Sonic Sally supporter or not, you're stuck with the fact that if part of the agreement and settlement that Mobius years later is indeed canon, then you're stuck with the fact that Sonic and Sally are going to end up together in the future no matter what. You all know that. Can't just forget about that possible scenario. No matter how you feel, you cannot forget that possible scenario. I look at it like this. If this is the case, then yeah, Sonic and Sally, and I'm a Sonic and Sally supporter, yeah, they are officially going to be a married canon couple in this storyline. And they're officially going to get back together down the line. We know that. But what else? What else occurs? What happens with Amy? What happens with Nicole? If Nicole ends up with Tails, which some people would think could be a possibility because of this new continuity soft reboot retcon, what happens that breaks her and Tails up? If that happens. If that pairing happens. These are questions and answers and everything these are questions we need answers to. Especially whether or not this whole agreement / settlement of Mobius years later is now canon, and that agreement is part of the settlement. We need true to life. We need some true answers. We need some straight out answers. I mean, honestly, I'll be honest with you. I would like to see Mobius years later become canon because I think it was an important part of the comic. Whether you like Penders or you don't, and whether you like Ian Flynn or you don't, it's an important part of the comic's history. You can't ignore it. But is it indeed officially now canon, or did someone get false information that they gave to me and other people? Did it get, this is what we gotta find out. So let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I will talk to you all later. Peace out. God bless.